just in case if I get locked up and I'm not able to fully go in details of much things. Some things that I've wrote down that consider me as the witness. You'll see my lovely book. It says daughter of it says to my daughter, whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. Very beautiful book. I got this book and Jah brought it to me and brought me a bunch of crystals at the right time. I don't want to get too much into trying to defend crystals, but I know that it was up on the priests, the breastplates of the priests, and each month we are born, you get a crystal, right? It's just a gift. There's nothing witchcraft about it. I guess people use it for do them things. I don't know about that, but all I know about is that my birth month, February, and my crystal is amethyst. And one day they all just came to me because Jah say he will give me precious stones, and he also gave me this book because I was like, anyways, the book is where I wrote down my prayers to Jah. So some things that consider me as the witness: the banner. Jah gave me the banner in my dreams. One day, it's such a long story, but I will just make it so short. One day, as I believe that Haile Selassie is Christ, and I go to my bed and I say in my heart, in my mind, body, soul, and spirit, I believe Haile Selassie is Jesus Christ. I believe. And I trusted that he was, because I saw that he was at this time. I'll get into details about that. But I go to my bed and I dream, and as soon as I say I believe and fall asleep, one big Ethiopian Lion of the Judah flag was right next to my wall, and inside that dream was a candlelight just lighting up the room, but I can't really see it, just feel the presence. Next thing on my list, I've been touched on my shoulders. One day I was at my cousin's house and I'm looking out, just looking out, life so nice sometime. Oh, you know, God good. And then Anne touched me on my shoulders. And during that time, well, recently Jah showed me that at that time was a first trumpet call. And I think it was probably, because I don't want to lie, maybe 2005, 2006, or 2007. I'm not sure. But Jah showed me a video where someone made a video that one of the trumpet calls was back in 2006. Next thing on my list, God speak out my belly. One day I decide say, well, I notice God is the Son. I start believing more that God is the Son. Because I was like, before this, this whole thing started out with how I get to discover Jah is God was that I used to date a Muslim guy, and we will argue about religion, and I always wanted to prove him that Christianity was the true religion. And after researching and studying, I found out that we're Israelites, right? And then I start see a bunch of Israelite people popping up on the street, preaching, talking about we're Israelites. I'm start to follow them and listening, right? I even went to church, start learning the Israelite ways. But I start realize that I know about these things that they're saying. I heard them before. I hear the rest of people talking about the same things. So I'm like, let me just go hear what the rest of people them have to say. And then that's how it start come to me, just start come to me. And so I decide I'm going to believe. And that's how I got the banner of victory inside of my dreams. So back to how I start noticing the Son is God. I got kicked out my house. Got kicked out my house, and I lived at my friend's house for a while. Life was lifing. Life was lifing. Anyways, I was sitting outside one day, I read the Bible, and at that time I was fasting, and the Bible talked to me. I start see things in the Bible when me never see before. It feel like I see myself in the book of Isaiah. And while I was outside in the sunlight, just getting all the energy, I realized God is the Son, right? So that's how I start, based on what the scriptures say. I am the light, right? So one day, how God speak out my belly was, I was laying underneath, sleeping. I said I'm going to sleep under the sun, right? But I was in my apartment. The sunlight was only beaming through the window, and I was sleeping next to it. And at that time, I was asking God for forgiveness of a lot of things. I discovered that I'm a prophet at that time, and I hear two voices speak out of my body. One coming out of my head, I can't understand it. It's in a language I don't understand. And then the one that come out of my belly just sound like two of them go back and forth. But the one where come out of my belly, I can't understand. And all I remember was heaven on earth. I can't remember anything. And next thing on my list, Daughter Zion, the end sign. You could find it in the Book of Mormons. After waiting on my marriage and waiting on my assignment from Jah, I noticed that my assignment is the end time witness. I was baptized with fire. Next thing on my list. This Rasta man used to walk up and down in Jamaica when I was in Jamaica. Walk up and down the highway at Job's Lane. I'm from Job's Lane. And he used to flashing flag. Fire! And it just a shout of fire upon you. Walk around the whole community. A flashing flag and it was just a ball of fire, fire. And I discovered that was a baptism, and it is inside of the Bible that some of us will be baptized with fire. Next thing on my list, 777, meaning completion. I was, after Jah finished with me, judge me, I was judged. Everybody will be judged. I was judged and restored, and everything was complete. And 777 is a lot of prophetic things in my marriage. I can't really talk about that right now. Next thing on my list, the spirit of prophecy. Just seeing all these things, I noticed the spirit of prophecy. Jesus Christ say he's the spirit of prophecy. I'll get in more details with those things. Next thing on my list, seal. I'm sealed in the Third Testament. Some people call it the book of true life. Some people call it the third era. I'm sealed in there with a kiss. After struggling a lot, I'm going through it and trying to tell my family Jah is God, and nobody not believing me. Sorry. I don't have no job. I don't have nothing. I couldn't do nothing for myself. And just show up in my dreams and kiss me. Because at that time I had let go of everything. People, music, food, anything you can call it, I was not a part of. I wasn't able to do anything for myself. There was nobody with me. Nobody believed me. When I'm talking about Jah, I can't relate to anybody anymore. My lifestyle changed. So he kissed me, and it is inside of the Third Testament that he seals his chosen with a kiss. Next thing on my list, God winked at me, and it is inside of the Bible. And this is also a part of my prophetic marriage that I can't really talk about yet. It's not that I don't want to talk about it. I have to protect this person. The next thing, the fast. In the Bible, God told me, has this not been the fast that I've given you? That's back then when I didn't have nothing, actually. I couldn't even buy myself any food. That's how I end up fasting. I can't even tell you guys how long the fasting was, but it was a while. The next thing on my list is the plants moving. After believing that the sun is God, one day I was outside just standing, and when the sun had come up, I see the plants and everything start come alive, like them so happy that the sunlight is coming out, or them a worship, or it a praise. That's how it looks like, because the leaf and everything start shake and start move like they move with God, the sun. Next thing on my list, Jah fight for me. Jah always fight for me. I just can't see Jah working in other people's life. In my life, I can see how Jah can use anybody and feel like for use, for either for help me, fight for me, take care of me. A lot of times people just show up. People will be so offended to say if I tell them I have no friends, because you think we are friends, and we are, but I'm saying I have no friend, because you didn't know that it was Jah who used you to come and help me, to come and talk to me, to come and whatever. So next thing on my list, Jah visit me. Jah visit me twice. He says in his visitation, it's inside of the Bible. One, the first time when I believe and how him just changed my life, that was one visitation. And the second visitation was judgment, when I was being judged. And I deserved to be judged, because people, after knowing that God is God, I still had went back into the world and sin. And it's not that I wanted to go back into the world. It's because of the world set up. Yeah, it seems like there's no escape out of Babylon system. But the time soon come. Next thing on my list, Jah give me the morning star. Jah give me the morning star. I see it in the Bible say, I will give you the morning star. And my name, Danica, means morning star. Next thing on my list, Aksum. Aksum is the promised land. Ethiopia, Sheba, Egypt. Just say he has given me for my life. And that is us, the children of Israel. So Aksum came to me because of my prophetic marriage. I'm like, it's too much details. I I was looking for a song from a wedding day, and it was a song from Tigray. And one day I'm asking God, why 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 Axum? And then he brought someone to me from YouTube that shows that they need to the temple of David was in Axum, and the temple that got destroyed, and it will be rebuilt again. That's where they need to rebuild the temple. Okay, next thing on my list, the Doctrine and Covenant. So the Doctrine and Covenant is where you will find a lot about daughter Zion and how she's the ensign. And yeah, the next thing I see on my list is Ethiopia Christmas. So how my marriage, prophetic marriage, started was celebrating Ethiopian Christmas Day, January 7th. I just decided, say, I'm gonna do something today. And I went outside and I start seeing all these lights. My thing say, in my head I thought it was Project Bluebeam, but I guess it's not. I think it was the stars, the starlights, because God say the stars will fall from heaven, right? But God also say everything is fixed and will not be moved. So how the stars them are gonna drop out of the sky? But anyways, to me the lights them come down, because I was just driving and I see all these lights, and I follow the lights and I see, I don't know what to call it, but I'm going to call it a whirlwind around the moon. It looked like a galaxy, a Milky Way galaxy, yeah. And the next thing on my list is my birthmark. I made a video about my birthmark and how it says that I'm the battle axe. So if I go to jail and I'm not able to say much about these things yet, these are some things I will be talking about and getting more down into details with scripture and stuff like that. Thank you.